Are your finances better now?
At the end of the day, any money I have in M-Pesa, I make sure it sleeps in Zidi. Because when it sleeps in Zidi, it earns me. And
Wow.
I know our young generation are all about earning 1,000 bob. What is 5 bob? What is... Because the interest are...
Yeah, minimal. And, yeah.
But over days, yeah? I mean, if you're earning 20, 30 bob in a month is how much?
She is an incredible lady. She is an author. She is also a financial analyst in her career. And she is also more so dear to me as a personal friend.
You never know how life is. Right now, you might be in plenty. There are times that will be in lack. Or you might be in lack right now and plenty is coming. So if you're able to manage your lack right now, it means you can be able to do even better during your plenty.
Yeah.
So if an opportunity comes, the little you have, do not wait for thousands and millions to be able to invest. The little you have, just start small.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Legacy Podcast. We are so excited and thrilled to have you here for yet another episode of the Legacy Podcast. Today, we are discussing how to move from knowledge to action. And the guest today is gonna demystify how do we move from head knowledge, learning about how to manage money, to now actually using it in real life and how it applies in our real life. So most welcome, and allow me to welcome our guest for today. She is an incredible lady. She is an author. She is also a financial analyst in her career, and she is also more so dear to me as a personal friend, and a woman of God and a mother of 2 beautiful children. So please put it together for our guest for today, Olivia Nyamu. Karibu sana.
Thank you for having me today.
So, Olivia, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm exhausted. It's been a week and a half, but yeah, I'm good, glad, excited to be here, to be part of your podcast, Legacy Podcast. I've been waiting for you to invite me, so I'm glad to be among the first visitors to be here.
Karibu sana. We are so
much.
glad to have you. And being that we are personal friends, we have to put a disclaimer that we can go off topic a bit. But today we are going to focus on financial matters. That's the topic for today. So agreed.
Yes,
so karibu sana.
Thank you.
And just tell us just a bit about how you grew up. And this in regards to financial matters.
In terms of how I grew up, well, okay. So, I am advanced in age, so I am not a millennial. I'm not a Gen Z. As we grew up with our parents were first generation in Nairobi, right? So I will not lie, I did not grow up with money. We did not grow up having money all around us. We did not grow up having fancy things around us. We grew up, surviving in this Nairobi of ours. Yeah, our parents were surviving. We were surviving. But not to say we didn't have fun. But I grew up not having a lot with lack. So it wasn't a matter of... we didn't get to enjoy things the way people enjoy things.
Yeah.
But my dad tried. He tried where he tried. At least we had December holidays to Mombasa. So yeah, as much as it was tight, we had a holiday once in a while to go to Costo or... Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all bad.
It wasn't all bad.
Okay.
It wasn't all bad. Yeah.
Did your parents ever teach you anything to do with how to manage money? How even to get more money now that you are in a season of lack?
Yeah. It's amazing that you asked that. So, people get married, very different people, correct? So my dad is let's chop it, let's eat it when it's there, right? My mom is, let's keep it, you get? And because of having grown up seeing that, I have learned to let's keep it because there's a rainy day. Because the thing about the people who spend, they forget that there's a rainy day that is coming very soon.
Yes.
So that's where my mom will come in handy because she had kept something, And for me, so I grew up knowing that, hey, we cannot just chop it. So me, I don't chop it. Me, I keep it. I save it until, because I know days are coming that I will need that cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So your mom taught you to be a saver.
Yes.
But did you get anything from your dad? Like now him being a spender and him I'm sure and then he went all out to try and look for money
Yes, he
to
did.
spend.
Yes, he did. Yes. So my dad really is also, the thing about people who spend money, they're also very easy in using it, right? So my dad is a big investor. He's a big, like, there's a deal. Let's, so he'll have my mom who'll be there. Okay, are we sure about this? Let's do this. Do we want to really do this?
Yeah.
So I've learned that because of how he spends, he also has many ways of getting money. He has very many avenues, which is the thing I haven't quite learned it because I'm not very good at investing in many things. I'm a very cautious person. But he's also taught me that it's good to also live a little. Don't just keep everything every time.
Yeah.
There are times to enjoy your life a bit. And I think having that you've said that we were friends, I think we've always had like a Friday thing we've always done. To tell ourselves, you know what?
Thank you for the week. Let's enjoy something.
This life, you need to do that. Yeah. We don't go out crazy, I mean, there is we even go and just have OG. It is just the thing of just we've breathed, you've just, but it makes you feel, because if you keep working, never do anything, it can also get boring in this life.
Yeah, and it can get exhausting. It can really get exhausting.
Really can.
And funny enough that you talk about the Friday thing we do.
Yes.
Because that became a sort of escape from the normal cycle of life.
Yeah.
And where we also wanted to build our capacity in ourselves, because if we were not okay, then we would not be able to do the things that we needed to do in our lives, including going to look for money or earning that money.
Yeah.
So it goes to tell you that truly we must pick something that can pour back to you. As you keep pouring yourself out. So tell me, did you ever learn anything about financial management or finances in school?
So, yes. Growing up, I knew I wanted to be an accountant. I'm one of those people who knew what they wanted to do, and I'm doing what I wanted to do. So I wanted to be an accountant, and that is what I do. Actually, no, I wanted to be. You remember growing up, after news, there were guys for stock exchange. They used to wear red jackets.
Yes.
I wanted to be a stock exchange person. I don't know.
The traders on the floor.
They used to fascinate me. So, well, I didn't get there, but I got the next best thing. So I entered into finance, and I've learned a lot because of that. Because of the industry I work in, I've learned the saving aspect. My first job helped us in that they trained us. They trained us on keeping money. We actually did a course as a whole organization on how to spend money, what to use, what to do. And I was lucky enough that we learned those things in my early 20s, just when I'd gotten my job. Wow. So I have gotten that culture from way back then.
Okay, so you're saying that in school, that wasn't taught, like wasn't part of the curriculum in school?
Not really.
Yeah, but later on, when you started working, the organization is the one that gave you an opportunity to learn more about financial management.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. And it really, really, really helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you tell us then, how did that shape now your career and your financial journey after that?
So how that helped in my financial journey is that one of the things we learned is to always save up a little, no matter how little. For me, one of the things I've learned is no matter how little, it is good enough. Yeah. So one of the things I picked up is I used to buy a lot of shares when I was starting. So even if it's an extra 500 bob, I'll call my share person and be like, I have a 5 stock. What can we buy? And before you know it, you've accumulated quite a number of shares because of that. Yeah. I remember IPOs coming when I was, there was Everready, there was Safaricom, there was Mumias. As much as Everready and Mumias went down, like there were quite a number.
But they did make money at some point. Yeah.
So one of the things I learned is to buy those things, grab them. If I have an extra 1,000 bob, I'll be like, you know what, this can buy me some shares. So I learned to do that when I was young, which has helped me because it built my portfolio. Even when I have a portfolio that I can say,
you started somewhere and it's grown over time. Yeah,
yes, it has, and it has come in handy.
Wow,
it has really come in handy.
So you're really telling our young audience, guys in their 20s, guys starting off in their jobs, that for sure, it doesn't need to start later on in life when you have a lot of money, when you're well in earning jobs. But you can start. That it does not matter how much you have right now. You can start.
No, it does not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And starting is the key thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now life has even made it easier. Now we even have an app on our phone you can just buy. Back in our days, I remember I had to walk to where to go to my stockbroker to go sign forms and papers,
Yeah.
And it was work. When you wanted to buy bonds, I remember it took me a minute to buy bonds because you had to go to CBK to fill in which form to do what.
And then take it to your bank.
It was such a process to do that. So it really took you to really want to invest for you to invest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are very lucky now that on a flip of a phone you can just
literally at your.
Let me tell you, even right now, there are days I sit in over lunch hour and I look, I have a balance of 2 SOC in my M-Pesa and I'll buy shares. I buy shares, even if it's 2 shares, I'll just buy them. So I learned that culture of kidogo, just small.
Yeah.
And build whatever you have.
And interesting that you should mention about the small steps.
Yes.
Because most of us start thinking, you know what, I must have a big step. I must have saved 100,000 so that I can start investing in bonds. But right now, I mean, as little as 50,000, and 50,000 doesn't mean that you must have it today. You can accumulate it over time.
Yeah.
Then you can get into those bonds. And even in the meantime, there are many others. Even just talk about money markets. I mean, money markets right now, as little as 100 shillings. Even ZD, the one on M-Pesa, you can invest even your 5 shillings in there.
In fact, one of the things I have learned is, at the end of the day, any money I have in M-Pesa, I make sure it sleeps in ZD. Because when it sleeps in ZD, it earns me. And I know our young generation are all about earning 1,000 bob. What is 5 bob? What is... Because the interest are...
minimal.
But over days... Yeah, I mean, if you're earning 20, 30 bob in a month is how much? That's 9 SOC.
Yeah.
No one will have given you 9 SOC for free. So I have that habit of, even if it's whatever money I have, I make sure it sleeps in M-Pesa.
Wow. Now, when I think about even the option for ZD or any money markets where, available on an app, and you realize those 20 shillings, 10 shillings can actually take care of your transaction cost.
Yes.
When you're transacting on M-Pesa, you're incurring your 7 shillings, your 13 shillings here and there.
Yeah.
And that one can actually take care of those.
Exactly.
And most of us are paying transaction costs from our own pocket. But there is actually options where this can be paid by something else.
Exactly.
Wow. So, and this is why we needed to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Because we want to make it as real as possible. And these are not things that need you to be a very sophisticated investor. You just need to start.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, even about the shares.
Yeah.
Right now, there are apps, it's actually embedded in your one app, in Safaricom.
Imagine.
And you can buy even one share.
Yes. Because at the moment, like you said, we are in our struggling years, a bit of our struggling years. Yeah. I'm no longer where I was back then. I no longer have a lot of money to invest because back then I'll have probably a 5K, an extra. Right now, I don't have any extra 5K. So it's the little 2 SOC here, the little 3 SOC. They'll be like, okay, let me put it in.
You sell your book, then...
Yeah. In fact, it's funny that you talk about the book. Remember when I was actually publishing the book, I had no money. I was like, I need to publish this book, but I have no money. What saved me? My shares.
Your shares,
So I went back and I was like, wait a minute. And last year, the shares were
They had gone up. Yeah.
They had gone up. So that is where I was like, So shares I bought many years ago is what helped me to publish a book right now that I'm able to sell. Yeah.
See, this is what we're saying. This is very practical. Yeah. These were shares you invested in where ages ago.
Yes.
And now the market has literally moved the value of your shares from the little you invested to now much. Yes. And I remember us doing that calculation. It was coming to almost 4 times what you bought there.
Yes.
And the thing is, most of us are looking for like an instant solution to you investing. Today I want to be a millionaire. But you don't become a millionaire overnight.
You don't.
Yes, you invest.
Not unless you're stealing.
I didn't.
Yeah, so.
and here we are all about ethical investing, ethically getting your money. So we are saying over those years, So you keep putting on little by little by little.
Yeah.
Then time does a very interesting thing.
It does.
Is that it starts to compound your portfolio.
Yes.
It starts to work on your portfolio.
Yes.
And we are talking about what, like 15 years? 15 years of consistently doing this.
Yes.
And now you can reap.
Yeah, yes. Because right now I'm in
Yeah.
the season of reaping it because I'm not where I wanted to be financially, but I'm reaping from those shares that I bought, the bonds I've bought.
Yeah.
So at least, there's a school fees coming. There's like a bond which will mature at this point. So that one will take care of,
Yeah.
So it's the things that I did back then that are helping me now.
Wow.
As I figure out what else to do so that I can continue building my portfolio, because also we don't want to finish the portfolio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me, you've mentioned shares, you've mentioned bonds. Are there any other investment avenues that you have tried? Or either made it or failed, any?
Well, I've tried biashara. I'm not very good at business. I am not very good at business, but I have tried business. I have sold cakes. I've done cakes and cookies. And again, my mother taught me this. So my mother is a hustler in this Nairobi of ours, yeah. So she will harvest here and sell there and make. So I've done the same thing. And one thing she always tells me is, no one is buying you airtime on zero. Go and get that airtime yourself. So by the time I'm selling a cake or selling some cookies here or there, they're making me what? In a month, they'll make me a K,
Yeah.
2K, 3K. That's enough for either gas or, it's not big things.
Yeah.
But I also ventured into Airbnb.
Oh, wow.
I did that. It worked for 2-3 years. It really did work, because I think we're the people who ventured the first ones when it had just started. But over the years, it started going down. So I'm also good at getting out when it is just the right time to get out before it.
You exit just as the market.
Just as the back, I was like, it's time to get out.
Yeah.
So you try out. It's like I said, I'm not very big on. I'm not a risk taker. I'm not a risk taker. So I have to really have calculated what I'm doing before I do it. But there are many things you can do. It doesn't have to be big things, small things, even that.
Yeah.
Because again, I always go back to, no one is coming to give me any money. It is me to figure it out. It is me to figure it out. So
Okay. It's and you see, like what you were saying, even about the cakes,
Yes.
is that you love baking.
Yes, I do.
And in you loving baking, that's where you found a way to generate an income,
Yes.
an extra income.
Yes.
And it didn't take you out of your main,
No.
main job. It
Yes.
didn't take away from that. So, and I think that's where a lot of us are stuck. We are stuck in like, can I really do that side hustle? Do I really have time for it? But when you're doing it from your passion,
Exactly.
then it kind of flows.
It actually does, because when I'm baking at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm actually enjoying myself. It's one of the ways I relax.
Yeah. So you can do the things you actually do when you're relaxing, and you make money with them.
True.
Wow. Then you mentioned about the Airbnb.
Yes.
And I know I've also gone into this business also. And the interesting thing is that in Airbnb business, just like any other business, it's sort of seasonal.
Yes.
There is a time when no one really knew about it. So if you got in, you really got a big market share.
There was a very good return.
And then with time,
It was flooded.
then more and more people come in, it gets flooded, and soon enough. So you've got to know when to exit, the right time to exit.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to say we actually exited when it was at the peak, when you just done really well.
Yeah.
You had gotten back, you had broken even.
A long time ago.
Yeah, and made enough money in it, and then exit.
Yeah.
And see, most of us can really stay in struggling businesses in a place where it is really more stressful rather than
bringing you joy
and bringing you an income even. So we need to know when to exit these things. Wow. Interesting. We are learning. Even I am just being reminded of great things.
Yes. It is good to know when to get out.
Yeah. So tell me, now I know you're in the career for financial analysis.
Yes.
Or rather accounting, what you call it, but I believe it is not accounting.
It is not, I do not even like people calling me an accountant. I'm an analyst.
You are not an accountant.
In fact, my current job is the first time I've done accounting. Like I have
Yeah.
I'm not a...
So tell us, take us back a few years.
Yes.
Tell us, how did you get into it? I know you mentioned about you being very interested in the stockbrokers and, the way they are fancy jackets.
They're red fancy
They're red fancy jackets. And they used to come before the weather guy. But just walk us through. From then, from having that vision, how did you get now into this field?
Actually, I got into finance even when I was in high school. So in high school, I did accounting. We had an option where in Form 2, you choose whether you want to do a home science, BCom. And then so I did accounting in high school. So from onset, I knew yes.
Wow.
Because I think there's a topic in business in B.Ed where you did accounting, and I was like, yo.
I hated it.
I loved it. For me, it was like, oh my God, I want to do this. So I did accounting in high school. Let me tell you, it's actually very interesting because when we chose accounting, they had put it as an option, but I don't think they had thought someone would actually pick it up. So 5 of us picked, were we 5 or 4? I think 4 of us picked it up. We had no teacher. Like, we literally had no teacher. Oh my God. So we were adamant. Actually, we were 5. Then one person said, okay, this is taking too long, should back to business. As well, like, you know what? We are going to stick by this. We need to do this, yeah? So we got a teacher who also was learning with us. She used to say, I am learning with you guys also.
Who's the teacher?
Oh, she's called Mrs. Washira. We learned with her, but they were learning like this. But I loved accounting. It was one of the subjects I actually got an A in my KCSE.
Wow.
I think it was just in me. When I saw it, was like, yeah.
I think you took all the rest of us, our brains.
It was just something I was like, yo, I have to do this.
Wow.
Yeah. And I finished high school and I got a job immediately. I've worked from immediately after high school. And the job I got, I used to be a salesperson for the first few months. And they saw me, they're like, no, you know what? We can use you in, back office to do accounting. So I've always needed that. And my first job, I got into it. That's why I said I'm not an accountant, because when I got into my first job, I didn't get into the debit crediting. I was lucky because, yes, I did a bit. Then one of my bosses was like, yeah, help me out with the performance, the review, how we've done for the month. And I was like, oh. So that's how I got into analysis and all that. So that is how I got into this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I fell in love with that. Like, I love numbers. Me, I'm a numbers person. Everything I see it in numbers. So,
yeah.
So
I know, and your analytic mind is, I mean, it goes even to show even the things you're investing in, the portfolio you have.
Yes.
We have seen that flowing through.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Now, I just want us to get into just learning. How did this journey about learning about how to manage finances, actually doing it, did it change an attitude or a thought or a habit that you had about money? Growing up, we all had hakuna pesa, and it became stuck in us. Like, there was no money, so you couldn't move, you couldn't do anything. Yeah. But did you, get into your career, learning how to do investing, did it change anything?
Yes, it did. You're right. We grew up with hakuna pesa, like, for real. And sadly enough, I'm at that point also in my life where I'm telling my kids hakuna pesa for fun things. But learning all that changed me. Like I said, money doesn't have to, you don't have to be all gloomy and sad about, saving and money. So one of the things I learned is if I want something, I need to start saving for it. I need to, it made me focus in what I want, So if I'm determined I want to do this and that, by January, I'm already planning what do I need to do? Where do I need to cut so that I can be able to get what it is I want to do?
Wow.
Okay. So my kids and I we have a holiday every April. So it's one of the things that even as I'm walking around, I know I'm planning towards April. Where is the money for April coming from? How do I start investing and putting money aside for that? So it taught me how to be able to, we don't have to live in a frugal way. You don't have to, we're told kaza your belt. It's true, you need to kaza, but as you're kazaing, what are you doing? What is it for? Because you can also save and save and save and save again for what, I always make joke and say, sometimes you can save money and then you die, you leave people fighting for your money.
Yeah,
eat it also a bit when you're still alive. So growing, how I grew up shaped me to know there there are rainy days. So I need to save up for the rainy days.
Yeah.
But I also need to enjoy a bit of what I'm doing also. So that I also don't get exhausted just saving and just working,
Wow.
Yeah.
Just hearing, you moving from where you thought, save, to where now you can save and spend.
Yes.
Or if you have something big you want to do, then you can actually save up for that particular goal.
Yes.
So then it's not just saving, it's not just putting money away. Money is specific for something. And no, maybe you just give it a sophisticated name. It's goal setting. You actually
Yes,
set
yes,
a goal.
yes.
And then you work towards that goal.
Yes.
And then now, even it's not just saying, hakuna pesa. Now you're changing even the game for your children. Because now they're learning, yes, there may be no money, but we can actually find a way to get to do the thing you need to do.
Yes.
Yes, it's not stuck now, there is no money.
Yeah.
So we've heard about your journey, coming all the way from childhood to you learning about financial management in your 20s, to you starting to invest then, and now to
Yes.
being a millennial. So are your finances better now? Did that make a difference now?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So my saving has helped me to be able to be flexi to even, for example, I think there's a time I lost my job and I was able to stay home for a few months with just trying to refocus and think, what exactly am I going to do? And I don't think I'll have done that if my finances were not able to sustain me, because there was nowhere else I went. I still stayed in my house. I still did my things. My kids still went to school. Yeah. And I've been able to do a lot of things. I've been able to buy stuff, not on loans. So I'm not saying loans are bad, but I am able to say that I did not.
You didn't have to borrow.
I didn't have to
Yeah.
borrow. There's quite a number of things I've been able to do without borrowing. So my finances are better in terms of what I did has helped me sustain me now. As I try and figure out more ways on how I can be able to continue building my portfolio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good, because now our audience can connect now, seeing that the things you actually start doing, the things you learn,
Yeah.
and are the things that will affect you later on in life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be as many years as it has taken for you. It can be 1 year, 2 years from now. It will really matter
Yeah.
for us what we do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so glad to have you with us, just sharing your story and just seeing how real this thing can become. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Karibu sana.
And I hope that they listen, and right now, because they have more options than we had back in our days,
Yeah.
so they are able to have, they have a variety of things to pick from in
Okay.
terms of investing.
Would you mind giving them one parting shot? One parting shot. Speak to our audience. Give one parting shot.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for Legacy because of what it's doing. Yeah. It's good to take those nuggets, learn from them, pick them and absorb them, and then use them in your day-to-day life, because they will come in handy. You never know how life is. Right now, you might be in plenty. There are times that will be in lack, or you might be in lack right now and plenty is coming. So if you're able to manage your lack right now, it means you can be able to do even better during your plenty.
Yeah.
So if an opportunity comes, the little you have, do not wait for thousands and millions to be able to invest. The little you have, just start small. Listen to people like my good friend Vanessa here. She has a lot of nuggets on what to do. Talk to people like them, because nowadays there are people who you actually, and they're called what? Personal what? Can talk to them and they can help you in this journey.
Yeah.
In our days, we didn't have this, and it was yourself personalizing yourself. So it's good. Pick it up. Use the resources that are at your hand right now, available right now. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. Our viewers, it's been so great to having Olivia here with us. And just to say thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for giving those nuggets of wisdom. Now it's not just me talking. Now you can see that in reality, these things do change.
They do.
Yeah, our lives. So thank you so much. Legacy Thrive Partners is so happy to have hosted the Legacy podcast. I'm Vanessa Thamaini, the founder and lead advisor at Legacy Thrive Partners. And today we just want to tell you how we at Legacy Thrive Partners can help you walk your journey better. So that you make sure that your finances are speaking to even the things you have learned. So that is not just in words, not just in your head, not just that you have learned, but that you have actualized the things that we have taught or we have been taught along the way. And we have seen that it is as practical as starting now. It does not mean that you need to start when you're so, earning well or so well equipped, but start somewhere. And we are here as Legacy Thrive Partner to help you in that journey. We have our programs. We have our financial literacy program. And I'm happy to announce that the Legacy Building program is starting on the 10th. And by the time this is airing, we'll already have done our first class. But worry not, you can still register. You can still register and be part of the class. We will share any material that has already been covered so that you can help you catch up. And just to give a bit more details on the program is an online financial literacy training. It covers everything from how do you think about your money, how do you invest, how do you build a legacy, how do you build wealth, and even how do you pass on that wealth. And it will only cost you, your only investment is 5,000 shillings only. So please, the link is in our on our socials. You can follow us and please register now. Then we also have our masterclasses that will happen right after the program. And this is just to give you the tools and show you how to use those tools. Just as our guest was talking about, how the tools helped her build her portfolio. We will do that for you practically. So, and we still available for one-on-one sessions if you want to just come and have a conversation with us, figure out where you are financially, figure out how to get to the goals you have in life, and we would love to work with you. So most welcome. Please reach out. All our socials, we are on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube, and please, so that you were kept, updated on what we are discussing here at the podcast. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. So, karibuni sana.